G'day and hello good peeps, it is Milmel here, back for some more tearing up and kicking things off right now with a tier 3 Joshua. This is the Hardened Survivor Joshua, the fast one. Now essentially I wanted this Joshua very early on in the game when I was using blues. I thought what a great leader to be having backed by a whole heap of blues, and that is he gives all teammates get plus 30% attack against fast characters, and you get a medium boost to AP when taking damage. And it's when I was running the blue team very early on in this game, you go back a good 4 months or so, I was running a predominantly blue team, had people like Eric and all these other blue 5 stars that you may have seen featured on the channel. I wanted him to actually, because I was just getting slaughterhoused by fast characters, obviously being the opposite trait to mine. I was getting slaughterhoused by these fast characters, and there were a fair few good fast teams going around. So I was constantly having to battle this loss of rep and then replenish it and things like this. So I wanted him just purely for that plus 30% against fast, just to give me that sort of chance when all these big fast teams come in. And also, I'm getting AP when taking damage, so I was hoping some of those rushes would go off and help me out a bit more. Overall, that leader skill I think is great if used effectively. Like I said, I wanted it originally for all my blues, but you look at it now, you simply could use it for a range of different traits in regards. You could put a number of different things behind him. I still think probably the best thing to put behind him are blues, but in saying that, you could still put greens, reds behind him or something else. But in saying that, that's probably better for attacking, where if you wanted to use him as a defensive player, I'd say blues probably your best hope. If you only got blues and then you get this Joshua, blues would be the best hope, as I thought in the beginning. Since then I've established and grabbed a few different characters, so I've got different teams now, and I wouldn't actually use him for his leader skill, but overall his leader skill isn't that bad. Gives you some defense or attack there with a plus 30% attack against fast. The only problem is it does limit you to that trait, to that fast trait there, so that is I guess a sort of problem. And it also gives you a medium boost when taking damage, which is I guess another problem. If it was attacking, it would be a lot better, being that you're going to get one every time, or a boost in attack every time you're hitting someone, boosting your AP, every time you're hitting someone, rather than having to take damage. People usually hit one person, so that's the only person that's going to go off. I'm a much bigger fan of the boost to AP when attacking, but overall he's not a bad player. You can sort of argue a few things with his leader skill, as I said, being a bit problematic, and also the same with his rush. Now, as you can see here, tier 4 on him is going up in 721 attack, 670 defense, and 959 HP, HP there, that's HP, yep, that's health, that's one's right. So basically he has this stirring strike, which is the 50% damage to one enemy, and all enemies get plus 60% attack for 2 turns. So ultimately that 500% damage, that is a good amount of damage. You think of Green Lee, for example, the Shielder Lee, he does 525 damage, so he's only 25% off that, so solid amount of damage, more than capable of killing someone, especially more than capable of killing a blue quite easily. And then he gives plus 60% attack for 1 turn. So I guess if you have one of him, what you got to be really wary of is making sure you're using his rush first, and then following up with the rest of your team, whether it's their rushes or just their normal hits, just so you're benefiting from that plus 60% attack. So overall, not a bad little rush. They're very similar to Green Lee's if you think about it. He does a very similar thing there as Lee. So overall, when he's maxed out, he'll do 820 attack. That is a good amount of attack. Anything in the 800 range, 820, that is a solid amount of attack, and 500 damage for that rush. He is going to be killing a whole lot of traits, especially those blues, but he will kill a whole lot of things with that. Defense 762, so backed up by a nice solid stat of defense there. 750 plus is always sort of what I look for and prefer. If you can get up in the 800s, it's always great, but 750 plus is always awesome. And then the health is 1090, so once again, as long as that health is in the 1000s, you're in for a good chance, and you got some good little foundations on you in regards to your health. So overall, he's got a great and absolutely great amount of attack there. Like I said, he'll be killing pretty much anything blues and doing the solid amount of damage just with his regular hits. On a final note, I'll just finish up quickly here. One of the problems, I guess, with him, with that great attack or that great rush there, is probably his AP. It's at the 75, so you can work with it, but at the same time it would have been nice if it was a fast or a very fast. But overall, Josh ain't a bad character. I quite like him. As always, thanks for watching.